Remember when your parents would say to you, you can be whatever you want, doctor or engineer? I do. And I remember those Asian dad memes as well.
You doctor yet?
No, Dad, I'm 12.
Talk to me when you doctor.
Hi, my name is Lisa, and I make YouTube videos about LGBT dating and my dating journey. In this video, I'm going to cover how I pursued a career in pharmacy in hopes that it would compensate for my sexuality and that my parents would love me for who I was, because I got a PharmD. I'm sure I'm not the only one who pursued a career, a successful career, in hopes that it would make up in my parents' eyes that I was gay. Here's my story. When I was in 10th grade, I was asked, what do I want to become? At the time, I was really interested in anime and video games. I was your typical nerd. I drew a lot. I picked up Photoshop and learned to do digital art, digital painting, and even uploaded my own works on DeviantArt, which was popular at the time. Not sure if it still is, but that's what I used. In combination of my interests of drawing and being creative, along with my passion for video games, I wanted to become a video game concept artist. I love the idea of being able to create a fictional world, bring it to life, and really go in depth in the creation of these characters. And honestly, to this day, I still think video games are such a phenomenal medium of storytelling that a movie and a book cannot achieve. A video game responds to you based off of your actions and rewards you, or you face consequences based on what you choose. Books and movies can't really do that because the author or the director already chose the ending for you. Well, one night I was having dinner with my parents and the topic of what did I want to do after I graduated high school came up. And I told them I wanted to be a video game concept artist. And man, was that the wrong answer. I got a whole lecture on that not being a real job and for me to pursue something that paid money. Me being so ignorant to the world, I was like, why is it all about money? And they brought the concept of being a starving artist and how difficult it would be if I had pursued this path. As part of the lecture, they suggested something along the lines of becoming a pharmacist. And in their eyes, they thought this would be a success. And I wanted them to be proud of me because that's what you would want. You want your parents to be happy and be proud of you. And that's what I wanted as a good daughter. Through my years of high school, I was still figuring myself out, and I came out as bisexual. I really wasn't sure at the time, but I think it was easier than saying the word lesbian. Coming out to just my friends, I was still really scared at the time, not sure how anybody else would react, especially my parents. I didn't know how they would react, and I know that they're pretty conservative. My decision was not to come out then, but rather to come out after I graduated college. Entering college, I decided to pursue the sciences because, well, I enjoyed chemistry when I was in high school, and I was like, why not? You know, let's go down this pharmacy path. I worked hard, studied my butt off. I was decent at it, I guess. And then I got into pharmacy school. And then after those rigorous 4 years, I finally graduated with my PharmD, a doctorate in pharmacy. Luckily for me, I actually enjoyed and learned to enjoy pharmacy after all these years, despite it starting off with my parents. So how did I feel during the time that I was studying to become a pharmacist? Well, I'd say that I carried a lot of guilt. The guilt that I may not be a good enough daughter. I'm curious to know if you guys who are watching, if you guys feel this way too. For me personally, my parents came from China. They literally left their life from their country to another country to learn a whole nother language or learn a whole nother culture and to achieve the American dream. To provide me and my brother a better future that may not have been possible if we had stayed in China. Honestly, I am grateful. They were able to give me and my brother the best gift, the gift of free education. Fortunately, I don't have any loans. However, because my parents have put this investment in me and my brother, I feel like I owe them something. I think having a career in a field in medicine, like pharmacy, helped me cover up my feelings of not feeling good enough. But in ways. It also shows that my parents' effort in coming to this country for a better future didn't go to waste. In the end, I think they are still proud of me. So the big question comes to mind, right? Did it work? Did it work that me pursuing a pharmacy degree and becoming a pharmacist, did that compensate for me coming out as gay? I did come out 3 years ago, and I would say it still wasn't easy. It's not going to make everything magically disappear, as in my parents aren't going to be like, oh, you're gay, but you're a doctor, or you're in medicine. Hey, it's okay. It unfortunately doesn't work that way. I think things would be a lot worse if I had pursued an art career and became a starving artist, because then it would be something that my parents would have to constantly be worried about. I think most parents want their kids to be independent. Luckily enough, I make decent salary. Luckily I have food and I have shelter, so they don't have to worry about me. To answer the question of did it work, it's more of a yes or no. It's softened the blow, I would think. If you think this is the magical solution, it's a no. Now, would I have done it again? Would I have decided to become a pharmacist if I were to start all over again? I would say yes. Being a pharmacist, I'm rather well paid, and I'm very grateful for that. Luckily, I enjoy the career that I'm in. It feels good being paid well and being able to help patients with my knowledge in medicine. However, what I would say is that if you are somebody who is going into this career just because your parents are telling you to do it, I would kind of take a step back. Part of the reason my parents had suggested pharmacy is because of the salary. I mean, the reality is we need money to survive. We need money to put food on the table, a place for us to live, running water, electricity, internet, etc. But there are other ways, other jobs that are beyond being a doctor and being an engineer. That would be something that you would need to look introspectively, like what are your strengths, and use them to get a career that you would at least be able to enjoy or enough of and be decently good at, where you can still be independent with a good salary. Sometimes pursuing your passions really doesn't help you eat. Again, the starving artist kind of analogy. And how do I feel about giving up on my dreams of being a video game concept artist? You know, I still look back and think about what if, right? But I would say where I am now, I'm happy. And what I like about pharmacy is that there's so many other opportunities that I can get into. It's not just this one fixed field like retail pharmacy, and I can take it however I want to. But there are times where, you know, I still have that creative side of me. In order for me to itch that itch, I draw, I doodle. I make these YouTube videos as a way for me to express my creativity and create thumbnails and etc. So I'm not sad that I had given up on that dream. It was that creative itch that I had, that creativity that I really enjoyed, that I can still express in other ways on my free time. I hope you guys found this video rather relatable. I think definitely coming from an Asian household, there's a lot of expectations from our parents, whether it be to become a doctor or an engineer, and we kind of have our career kind of spoken for us. We don't really have a choice. For me specifically, I felt it personally as I was trying to use it to cover up my sexuality, because I'm sure they would have been ashamed of it and thinking that they would be proud of me for something else. If you guys found this helpful, relatable, please hit the thumbs up button. I would love to hear more if you guys have any relatable stories about things that your parents wanted you to become and you thought, you know, this would be the ticket that would fix everything. Let me know down below in the comments. If you like more content like this where I talk about LGBT dating and my dating journey, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on another video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.